First, I had, of course, I was conscious. I had a, uh, yeah, I was conscious. I was conscious. Yeah, conscious. I was conscious of the fact that that maybe these dinner scenes would lack rhythm if I don't cut. So I kind of, when I wrote the film, I was kind of imagining some sort of a little bit more editing than what I'm used to, because I don't really like to cut because sometimes when the camera is well placed and it works, it's I just go with the flow, and then and you know I don't really enjoy cutting. And so I try to position the camera where it's going to work. And I realized that in those scenes, when everybody is in the frame, it keeps everybody, all the actors, so intense. And so, like, in the moment, because we all know, if you've been doing films, that when you do a shot reverse, there's always an energy that's going to be a bit lacking when the camera is not on the actor. And in that case, it was like giving us also that freedom that we were talking about, that Paul was mentioning, where I not jealous of the dialogue and I want them to really reappropriate the text and make it their own. And that's why I cast them in the first instance, because I know that that this guy, for instance, is a very good, very good at improv. And I worked with this guy before, and everybody knew that. And 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 of course Noah is also giving a lot of creativity in his character, but then when everybody is in the same show, I realized after one or he's talking about 30 takes, but I think it was a bit less than that. No, I did 50 takes, but not on the dinner scene.
On the dinner scenes, we did like 30 something.
You think so? Okay. But anyway, it was fun, and I realized after like a couple of takes, maybe after 10, that why should I cut into that? Okay, because it's working so well. And I was going to see my cinematographer and people around, and or my first AD, and I was like, ah, it's come on, it's really that scene is really working on its own. And also those dinner scenes. It's a small detail, but it's an important one. At the end of the shooting, so everybody was completely. They knew where the character was standing, because the first week of a shooting is always a disaster that you have to need to. If you start, in my experience, if you ask too much from actors and from everybody in the first day of shooting, it's going to be a reshoot, or it's going to go in the garbage, and then you need to rewrite your film in the editing suite. And but that's why we did all those beautiful opening. I really like the opening of the film. But I mean, we shot all of those car scenes, and they are in the car. They have nothing to do. We shot them, and we paid them actually. They are sitting in the car. We don't even see the people in the car, and it's like there's five first rows in the car, but I wanted them. And the producer was like asking, "Why do you need them?" I want them because it's the first week of shooting. They need to be in their characters. So even if we don't see them, they need to be there. And then we shot the ending, because the dirty scenes are, of course, the centerpiece of they're the main dish of the film. I mean, everything is built around those scenes. And so we also shot that at the end. And
The veterinary, veterinary, the vet. The vet. It was the last scene we shot.
Yes, but I was like, we had the feeling that it was over.
Yes,
of course. Yeah.
But the suppers were the last week, and that was great.
But we had everybody. We had everybody because you were not there at the vet.
Well, no, I mean when we come at we arrive.
Oh yeah, it's true. But it's you're not there. But it's the last 2 days. But I don't know if I'm answering your question about that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's your choice as a director. You don't have to apologize at all. You just say, that's what I want. I don't want any cutback. But, you know, in Hollywood, we learn from film school, you always cut back.
I know, I've been to film schools.
Yeah, you cover.
And I do everything that they told me not to do, I do it
You do it anyway. Okay,
Yes,
one more
yes.
question. Why, at the very beginning, you left the daughter outside of a car and the dad just drive away? I know,
It's a bad
It's a
joke.
bad joke from the
Oh,
dad.
it's a joke, okay.
Yeah,
Bad joke.
it's also, it's also a nod to, can you say that, a nod?
Yeah.
It's also an homage to a scene in The Deer Hunter,
Ah, I see, the character.
where they're doing the joke also with one of the characters at the beginning of the film, when they go on the hunting trip.
Got it.
It's almost shot the same way, I think.
Thank you.
There's a lot of, I'm a big cinephile, there's a lot of references in the film.
I
That are
see.
hidden here and there, yeah.
Well, guys, we do have to wrap up, but I do want to ask before we go, what's next for the film and what's next for each of you?
What's next for what?
What's next for the film, and what's next for each of
Well,
you?
for the film, we travel, the film is traveling the world right now, but we haven't had the premiere in Montreal, and we're going to have it in 2 weeks. So it's going to Tokyo next week, it's going to Germany, to Italy tomorrow, it's very, you know, it's traveling, but I'm very excited about, and also very afraid, because your own public is, you know, it's where it hurts the most when you hear a bad review on Letterboxd and it's coming from a Quebec guy. I might meet this guy at the pharmacy or the grocery store the next day, and I don't know what I'm going to do. You know? Ignore him or look at him with evil eyes, or I don't know. I would probably just ignore him because, you know. But it's tougher. But I'm also excited because I know it's going to be like a big crowded, 800,000 people in the cinema, and so I hope we're going to have a lot of friends, so they will clap and cheer, you know. And that's what's waiting for us. But,
and I guess the premiere in Montreal, friends seeing it, and upcoming projects, but we'll talk about those things in due time, I guess. Yeah.
Well, same thing, you know, same old, theater, movie,
Amazing.
music.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Philip, Paul, Noah, thank you guys so much. And thank you all for
Thank
coming
you.
out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for staying on the